Hello and welcome to Interactive Distractions, episode number 557. My name is Christopher Riccio, and I'm here with Geoff Chorney.
What up, everyone?
And Jason A. Stryker.
Yo. Hi. Hello.
How you doing?
Hello.
Good.
Today we got some distractions and some news. But before that, we're gonna see what's going on this week. We're recording a little bit late this week. It was a busy weekend, so it's actually Monday. So apologies for that, but wanted to get something out there for you guys. And we want to talk about Crimson Desert since it's kind of topical. So what's up, guys? Jason, how you doing, man?
I'm doing all right. Chill weekend. Had a birthday yesterday. So
yes, you did.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday! Yay!
Are you?
I'm close.
You're one behind me, right?
40.
Next year I'm 50.
Yeah. Okay. So you're one behind me. I can't remember if you I knew you were slightly behind me. I just couldn't remember if it was the same year or the year before or the year after. So
gotcha. It wasn't a big birthday, so we just chilled. I was telling Geoff that I got my favorite pizza, which is Chicago stuffed crust, or
nice.
Not stuffed crust. Chicago stuffed. Yeah, there we go. Chicago style pizza. There we go. Other than that, watch some movies. I found you guys have heard me talk about Joe Bob before, right?
Yes, heard you talk about Joe Bob.
Canceled and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I found the Google Drive link to end all Google Drive links.
Oh no!
And I'm currently in the process.
Does it have all of it?
Everything. Fucking everything. Nice. I found something before from some other dude, and it was pretty much everything, like a lot of old Monster Vision stuff from TNT, but it's also got all of his old articles and books and shit. And I'm like, wow, this is fucking thorough.
Huh.
But then I got the link to end all links. So they're not optimally encoded. They're really big files, normally a movie or something like that, if you download it from, less than reputable places, maybe it's a couple gigs or something like that for a 1080p video. Mm-hmm. These are 1080p videos that get upwards around 10 gigabytes.
Wow.
So, yeah, they're very densely encoded, and they don't necessarily look better. They're just, So they're a pain in the ass to download. Yeah.
So it's a one at a time type thing, essentially.
No, I'm definitely, I'm doing it in big chunks. I've got very good internet. I can get one episode, which is 2 movies, which is, 20, 25 gigs or something like that. I can get that in 15, 20 minutes. But the Google Drive will kind of put a daily limit on your stuff. So after a certain amount of time, they're like, nope, you can't do any more. So it's been a few day process so far. So,
okay. But
that was the best birthday present. I'm I have everything. Or will soon. So that makes me happy. Geoff, what's up with you, man?
Nothing at all.
All right.
Yep. Busy as fuck at work, and the weekend was fun. I met up with some friends I haven't seen in a minute. We had a little get together and played video games for a bit on a retrocade, one of those retrocade things. Okay. And then we ended up just watching YouTube videos and shot the shit and reminisced for a few hours, and that was pretty much it.
Yeah,
I made hummus on the weekend for the first time ever. That was really good.
Hummus.
Yeah, exactly. It was very
hummus is very yummy. Yeah.
Garlic and dill. I don't know if I can buy it store bought anymore. It was so good. I'm like, oh yeah, this is gonna be a staple.
Nice.
Yeah, nothing exciting since last time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do I have anything exciting from last time?
I don't know.
What did I do this weekend? Must not have been that exciting. I don't even know what I did this weekend. So,
perfect.
I think it was a pretty chill weekend overall. Let's see.
Don't hurt yourself.
No, I'm trying not to. Have I talked about?
Am I going to lose my memory this bad when I'm 50?
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Are you kidding? My memory was shit before I turned 50. Now it's going to get worse.
It's been gone for decades.
Mine too.
How many times has Geoff said, I talked about that last week? I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
No, I was. Did I talk about the fact that I'm deep into rewatching the Star Trek series?
Yep.
I think I did, right?
Yep. Okay.
Yep. I only mentioned it because
something new. Come on.
I only mentioned it because I got to one of the really good episodes in Deep Space Nine where where Cisco crosses over to the mirror universe. So I love that kind of shit. So it's good stuff. Other than that, job search is still going on. I've got a couple of leads. So hopefully we're gonna have. I want one specific one to work out more than the other. So hopefully, we'll have some good news here coming in the next few weeks.
Good shit.
But yeah, we'll see. That's it for me though. So let's talk some games.
Oh,
Geoff.
Anything come out?
hey,
Geoff, you really like this new game, Crimson Desert.
do I?
Yes, it seems like it. You've been putting a lot of time into it.
It did come out.
Mm-hmm.
It's been shown off for years. It was announced like, I don't know, 7 or 8 years ago or some shit. From Pearl Abyss, they did the Black Desert Online game, which I've never played. I'm not sure if you guys have.
I haven't. I haven't played it.
I've tried it. Yeah.
So yeah, honestly I got sucked in because it had like the character creation and it had fucking gorgeous. Yeah,
yeah.
And I was like, oh, I'm gonna get that, and then I just never played it.
Yeah.
So
this does not have a character creator.
nope, I was kind of sad about that, to be honest with you.
It is single player. It's very diversive. Everyone is waiting for reviews to come out because divisive. What did I say?
Diversive.
Oh yeah, sorry, divisive.
When you said it, I just wanted to make sure in my head I knew what you were talking about.
Yes, sorry. Yeah, it came out with, I think the Metacritic was somewhere around like 77, 78.
Which isn't bad. It's not bad.
It's not bad at all.
Like,
people were expecting the world from it though. Like people were talking about this game like it was going to be like the next Elden Ring or the next like Tears of the Kingdom, the next like Expedition 33, like the next big deal. And it's clearly not that based on reviews. And I've gone through a weird process with this game. Because a lot of the things I was worried about kind of were true. I pegged the Metacritic right around 77 before it came out, just because they weren't showing it. They weren't showing the console version.
Yeah.
Everything in the kitchen sink is in this game. Like you can fight in a mech, you can ride a dinosaur, you could ride on a
save
bear,
cats and
you
shit.
can save cats. Exactly. You can. It's like Shadow of the Colossus. There's big beasts you can climb up to, or Dragon's Dogma, and it's got like everything in there. And I was like, there's got to be like no sustenance to this at all. That's one of the complaints that some of the reviewers had and stuff. And then, so I was like, well, I had the pre-order. I'm going to pop this in, give it a try. And the first couple hours, I hated this game.
That's where I'm at, Geoff. That's where I'm at.
The controls I thought were convoluted.
Yeah.
I was like, not too bad. I'm like, I can get used to them because it does throw a lot at you that you kind of have to remember. I'm like, I just need to start using these things. And then once you start using them, you remember them.
Yep.
But my problem with them wasn't that. It was how sluggish the game felt at times.
Yeah.
And how...
That is such a deal breaker for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently it's slightly improved since they...
It's a lot improved.
Is it a lot improved? Okay.
I wouldn't even say slightly. It is.
Yeah.
Especially in regards to like controlling Cliff directly. Like his name is Cliff, by the way, with a K. If it was just with a C, it wouldn't have been the coolest name.
All right.
Because with a K, it's slightly cooler.
Slightly.
Cliff is such a dumb name. Sorry if your name is Cliff out there, but Cliff as like a video game character, you might as well call him like Robert. I just want to offend as many people with real names I possibly.
Might as well just call him Geoff.
Yeah, or with a J though,
or Chris, or Jason.
Yeah, exactly. It's just kind of like whatever. Controlling him directly now feels better. He's more responsive when you're changing direction, moving.
That was the big thing. That was the big thing. So Jason, before the patch, like I haven't experienced the patch, so I don't know. But like if you're walking forward and you immediately go back and try and turn around, like I know why they did it. They wanted it to look like realistic and interesting,
uncharted.
So
right?
he takes like 2 steps back and then like 1 or 2 steps back and then turns around while walking in that direction. It just feels really clunky though, because if you want to turn around and run, it's a little bit extra animation for you to do that. So that was one of the things that was kind of tripping me out about, like, I think on the, like with the controls in general, we were taught, like, we always talk about quality of life. right? Quality of life changes. These are degradation of life things. Like, I don't know why they made decisions like this.
They did weird decisions. Like, they put in the Grand Theft Auto style of running where you have to tap X if you're on a PlayStation, and A if you're on a 360 or 360 and Xbox.
And if you throw the stick like full on one way or the other, he just walks. There's no
jog.
There's no analog to it at all. But if you have your sword out, he jogs. Like, it doesn't make, like, I don't understand. So, I don't know. It's weird. It's really weird.
Yeah, you have to hold down the button to jog, double tap to sprint. If you're sprinting and you want to jump, which is on the square button or X, you can't. You have to fully, like, let the animation of the running just keep going. It doesn't have to stop, but you just have to make sure you're not, like, sprinting and hitting one of those buttons at the same time, or else you won't jump.
I haven't run into that.
I don't know if that is still a thing.
You don't have to hold X though. That was I didn't. You don't hold X to run.
You have to let go of X. Yeah, you have to hold X to jog.
I don't remember. I thought you just had to tap it once.
Holding down the run button will make him jog. Tapping it like multiple times makes him run. Sprint. So if you're tapping it or holding it and you hit jump, he won't jump. You have to make sure you're not hitting the X button at the same time you're jumping. So that was really annoying. And that on top of, like, which felt like it was kind of like either input laggy or it was eating inputs. Just jumping in that game was a nightmare. But with the patch, that's no longer the case for that. It still has some of that animation issue when you're turning around stuff, but it just feels more responsive. Like, you're not kind of waiting as long, I guess, for it to actually feel like you're controlling him to turn around or whatever. Anyway, that being said, even before the patch that came out yesterday or this morning, I went from, like, big time buyer's remorse to I'm getting used to this is really good to, like, today, this is probably going to be up on my game of the year list for this year. I think it is excellent in almost every other facet besides it being kind of bloated with controls, which I'm sure we'll start bringing up things when we remember, like picking up coins. You got to pick them up one at a time.
Geoff, Jesus Christ!
And it should be like they should be in clusters, or it should have like the Baldur's Gate thing where you highlight everything and you pick what you want to. That's something they need to add in. When you're just trying to pick up a certain thing that is on a table or something, you have to either use this focus. The L1 button is a focus where you focus on the object, which is fine. It just gets annoying after a while. And if you don't do that, your character has to be like you really got to mess around for that, like
for it to highlight the thing you want to pick up.
Highlight the thing you actually want to pick up. Yeah.
There's this one room early on. There's a tower, like
exactly what you're talking about.
This tower that you climb up, and there's and they do like gold, silver, copper. So there's copper pieces everywhere, right? And they're all like individual clusters of copper, of 5 to 10 copper. And you have to go around and fucking pick up each and every one. And it's not like a trivial thing. It's like like you said, like
especially
a lot of times
early in the game, it's definitely not trivial. You need all the money you
the money
get at the beginning.
So you need every coin. So you have to use the L1 button to kind of aim at the thing you want to pick up and then pick it up. That's what's getting me. It's like it feels like it takes so long to do the silliest, stupidest things.
Yeah. And
that's where I was just like, I'm not doing this right now. They say they're going to fix the controls. I'm going to wait until they fix the controls, because it's just, it's too much for me to deal with at this point. It's like I still got Like a Dragon to play. I can play that. That controls fantastically.
Yeah. You're always going to have a better experience with a game, no matter the game, if you wait a few months after it comes out, for sure. But they have apparently they have a really good track record of patching shit really quick. Yeah, and this is already the third or second big one that they've put out since it came out.
Day one, and then they had like the day after, essentially.
Yeah, and then they had this one. And one of the things the reviewers had was there was no storage at your camp that you could put your stuff in. That's in there now. They've put in a bunch more fast travel points. That was a problem that the reviewers had. There wasn't enough fast travel points, because the game. Okay, so once I realized the game's not trying to be The Witcher, it's not trying to be like it's not a big sprawling RPG. The game is Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, but fantasy and high, like high fidelity. That's basically what it is. You're not doing like decisions. It's all about going out there and exploring and seeing that shit. Like, oh, that over there, I'm gonna go to it, and oh my god, the draw distance in this game is phenomenal. Like, I don't think there's like the engine that they're using. Like, you can see like detailed stuff really far in the distance, and it makes that kind of like experience of seeing something in the distance, being like, I'm gonna go over there, and you can just go over there.
You're playing on standard PS5, right?
I'm playing on standard PS5. Okay. Yeah. Which
I think that's cool. But like, what happens when you get there? What is there?
It's whatever happens to be there. It could be a puzzle that you do to get an artifact cube, which essentially that's skill points.
The skill points, yeah.
There could be a story beat for a side quest. It does the thing where even if you don't pick up that side quest, but you complete something in the world that is related to a quest you haven't picked up, you still get credit for it, which I love. Cool. So
that's good.
It doesn't feel like you're ever wasting your time in this game at all. Like, everywhere you go has something to do. The world feels lived in. There's NPCs walking around everywhere. And
you can talk to all of them pretty much.
Yes.
So
they don't have a lot to say, a lot of them.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
And like every time you talk to someone, it like it indicates that it's improving your trust with that person. Yeah. So even like NPCs that are just and that's something that feels I need to get over that, because that feels overwhelming, because I want to go and talk to everyone because of that. And I need to get out of that habit, because I will fucking be there forever. But yeah, it's like you can, and then the more you interact with people, the higher the trust ranking goes for that particular person. So it's interesting mechanic.
You can run into a random boss battle, like random stuff happens in the world. It's basically like if you were to take Tears of the Kingdom, but had more like quests that have, because it is getting slammed for not having the greatest story or the greatest characters. And we talked about this in the Discord a bit. I still don't know what the fuck the point of this whole story is, except I'm assuming it's a revenge story.
Yeah, it's like all we know is that it was the Black Bears. Like, that's all we know, is that there's this group called the Black Bears, and the Greymanes don't like them very much, and that's it. That's all we know.
Yeah, you die the very first like 10 minutes of this game, but then you're just back alive, and with a big scar
because of a magic bracelet that they don't tell you anything about.
Yeah,
like you just show
the
up. The
onboarding for the
bracelet.
Story is really bad.
Yeah.
And it's so broken up. The first few like story missions you do, it seems like they don't flow into each other at all. Like, it's like, now go visit, now go check out the town, and then you'll just go to the like bar, and now you're arm wrestling some dude.
Yeah, arm wrestle this dude. Go give a coin to this homeless man.
The homeless man tells you to go in the sewer, and you're like, okay.
Yeah, and this did he tell you to go in the sewer? Like, I don't remember him actually. Okay, I don't actually remember.
He because you're told to actually go in there. You find out something that says like something is in the sewer. So you do have like a quest kind of to go down there, but to get him off there, you give him the thing, the money or whatever it is that you give him. But yeah, sorry, I got sidetracked there. Oh, but it's like that, but there's more. It is directed. Like, a lot of people are like, well, it's not directed, it doesn't hold your hand. It does in regards to quests and missions. Every quest you get, it puts up a marker where you need to go to.
I do appreciate that, because it is. Yeah, there's a lot. Like, there's a lot in this game. There's a ton.
There's a lot of shit you can do.
Yeah, so you pick up a quest, and then you can, and there's the menus are rough to get through, at least at first. But there is a menu that gives you, I'm trying to remember, is this a game? Gives you no, that's not this game. How does it indicate what the quests are that you have?
They're in your journal. Then they're divided up into factions, main quests. Like, it's really the way it's divided out or like categorized is really well done. It's very user friendly. The menus aren't user friendly until you get used to them.
Yeah.
Which I think they have already started to clean some of that stuff up.
Because you use, like, when you go into the menus, you can use R1 and L1 to move across the menus. But then you also have, and then you also, every single one, or most of them, have sub-menus that use R2 and L2 to go through. So, and then I'm trying to remember, if you hit the
hold
pad,
down the start button.
Yeah, you have to it's always the options button in order to pull things up, right? And if you hold down the options button, what happens when you hold it down? I don't remember.
That gives you the quick menu on the right-hand side.
That's right.
You can go into which one you want to really quickly.
Yeah, but if you hit like the touchpad, it's not Like I would expect it to bring up a
I
map
don't
or
know what the
something. It's
touchpad
not.
does. I don't even think I ever hit the touchpad.
Yeah, I don't remember what it does right off the top of my head.
I can't remember.
I remember it's not the map. So
yeah, no, the map you got to go into.
Yeah.
And it does mark everything on the map. Once you get there, it's like a Skyrim or like a new Zelda. Once you find a spot on the map, it's on there and it's marked on there for you, which is fine.
I will say this though, like one of the things that I was worried about was the controls for the combat. I don't have as much of a problem with that anymore because
well, you have like 3 things you can do in combat.
Yeah,
right
like early on you don't have a whole lot, but like a lot of the things are like press R1 and this, and then press R1 and that, but in reality it's like you're holding down R1 to attack. It's very MMO that way. It's like you're holding down the button so that you're constantly attacking. And then like
you can really?
you can
it.
No, you don't have to tap it. You can just hold down R1 and he'll just go into his combo sequence, and then as you're in the combo sequence you can just hit one of the buttons to do what you want it to do. So like the first one I got was the dodge, like the back dodge where he kind of jumps back and does like the spinning sword. Yeah, that shit's awesome.
So I just opened that not too long ago.
Yeah, you just hold down R1, and then when you want to, like if someone comes at you, you just tap the button and he pops back. And if I remember correctly, you can actually hit L1 to pull up your shield and like block while you're holding R1. I don't remember that for sure, but I think that's a thing.
I'm sure I could see you being able to do that. Yeah.
So, but yeah, you just hold down the button, and then you can use the face buttons to do the different moves while you're holding it down. So
yeah, and the other moves you're getting, like there are going to be different button combinations, but anything that regards like a sword strike, it's R1 or R2. It's just whether you're hitting triangle, square, circle, and there's a pretty decent size, not humongous, like skill tree. It's not overwhelming by any means, and it's just kind of like find your own path combat that you want to stick to. You don't have to do everything.
Have you seen the people that are doing like all wrestling moves? Like, it's just hilarious.
Like that sounds great.
Power bombs and shit like that. It looks really fun. Like I see that as being like the Jason way to play. Like if you start playing this game, just go hand to hand, man. You're just going to be doing all the fun shit with that.
Yeah.
So,
and then when you start to get like the way it kind of tells you how to do the moves is one thing versus once you realize how it wants you to do in the environment. Like you get a grappling hook at some point and there's different uses for it.
Yes.
So you can grapple onto shit and move it around for like puzzles and stuff. So that's kind of like more like context sensitive where you do that.
Wait, is that the laser whip thing?
Laser
it's like the Breath of the Wild thing.
Yeah, like the hand thing in Breath of the Wild. But in combat or traversal, you can like latch it onto something and it pulls you up and zips you up, or you can do it one where you swing horizontally like to the left or to the right and up, which I haven't opened up yet. And it says like it's always something plus triangle, like a square or square click in the right analog, and like you're sitting there at first, you're like for 2 different moves. That's what I said too. But when you think about it, it's the way it wants you to do it is basically when you want to do the zipping up or the go to the right or left, it just wants you to jump first. So you jump first, you hit square again to do the zip up, you click in the right analog to do the fly thing to left or right. But when you're reading it, it looks very confusing because you're like, oh my god,
do you not have to hold down the button then?
Which button? Like no. Once you shoot the thing out, you don't have to.
Okay. Because I thought you had to. Because when I was going through like the tutorial part for that, it was one of those things where it's like I'm holding my controller, right? We'll just grab a controller. Holding my controller, and I'm holding down the button, and I'm like,
oh no! Once it connects, you don't have to hold it. Yeah. It's good.
Okay, that's good to know.
And there's just different ways you can upgrade it, and I like how it's not like you're not just building up. You're getting experience, and you're getting these artifact things, which you can get a whole bunch of different ways by doing quests, by beating enemies. After your bar fills up, you get one. You'll find these closed ones throughout the map that you have to do like a little challenge, like kill 3 people within 30 seconds. It unlocks it. And then you put these into whatever skills you want. And every single time I've opened up a new skill or enhanced one I already have, it immediately makes a difference in combat, like immediately like tangible, like feeling good. It's not like an incremental increase. It's like now I'm starting to feel really cool. And I've been loving it. Like it's had some difficulty spikes, which in the patch notes, they did say they nerfed a couple of the bosses here and there, and they've food. There's no potions. You have to cook yourself food. The food gives you more health now, things like that. But the overall combat, I'm having a blast with it, man. There's a lot of different kinds of weapons. You can do stealth. You can use a bow and arrow. You can use poison arrow. You can do all that. The whole kitchen sink, man. Do RKOs and power bombs, or you can dual wield. You can, I don't know, a whole bunch. You can lift a tree up. You get an ability where you can use like kind of like the force and lift enemy and slam down the trees during battle and like take out a bunch of dudes.
I actually just got
force
that
push
before we ended, before I stopped.
Yeah.
So
I could see I think they've added some better onboarding too, because there's a skill very early they teach you, the force push, which they teach you to basically like push things in place for like puzzles. And as far as I know, it never tells you if you jump and do that, you force push the ground and it launches you, and you can do this 3 times in a row. So you get up vertically really fast.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
It's great, but they don't teach you that like in the game. You can get it in the menus when you're looking at your skills. It tells you can do that. But that early in the game, you figure they'd be like, hey, there's something cool you could do too.
Yeah.
Because it helps out a lot. It comes down to kind of patience at the beginning and to go through the skill tree. The controls so far.
I ran out.
Yeah, I know you did. I think it's totally worth it, man. It is like I put out on the social today. I was like, I've never been this like enamored with an open world and curious about one since Elden Ring and like Breath of the Wild. Like, where I actually want to go and just explore, because wherever you go, you're going to find something that is helpful. So far anyway, and I'm still in the first area. Like, I have not gone out too far. I'm just doing like whatever.
How many hours have you put in so far?
I want to say, I don't know, anywhere between 10 and 15. I'm assuming.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, so not like super far or anything like that, but and apparently it's really fucking long. So
yeah, I've heard 120 at least, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
On base PS5 though, it can look rough sometimes.
Especially a lot of pop in, there's
a lot of mini pop in. The far distance pop in's fine, but a lot of smaller things pop in.
Like texture pop in?
Bad. More like tufts of like grass and stuff.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You'll see like pop in. Yeah, that kind of stuff. But more so like it's the lighting, especially indoors, and especially when you're using your lantern. It is just a pixelated fucking mess, and it's straight up ugly at times. I'm like,
I watched the donkey video on that, and there's a section when he's like, "Why is it so dark?" And he's got his lantern out. He's like, "I can't see a thing." He turns the lantern off, and he can see everything just fine. It's like the lighting changed so much. It's like, okay, all right.
There are several places like the very first battle actually that you jump into. It's super dark, and I was having a lot of trouble being able to see everything that was going on. But as you progress, you have to go through like this castle area, and I got to a ledge that I could see over the side, and I was standing up on the wall, and if I was looking directly out, I could see. If I spun the camera around, so I was looking, if my character's looking out, if I spun the camera around so I'm looking at my character, I could see. If I swung it this way so that it was like there was like some trees and shade, swung it this way so I was like in the trees and shade, it went pitch black. Like, I couldn't see a damn thing. I didn't know what was going on. It's like, how do I fix this? Like, is this a problem? Like, I don't understand. So I think I have some settings to work on as well, because
it's a glitch. That's already been confirmed to be a glitch on PS5 Pro.
Oh, okay.
It, for some reason, it's reversing the brightness. So when you put the brightness up, it's actually darkening it. So I'm not sure if you saw my comment too,
I did
to lower it to 50.
I think that's where I got it,
to
actually.
50-51.
Okay, 50-51. Okay, I'll give that a shot.
I haven't had a problem with, if anything, I think it's a little bit too bright at night. I want it to be darker, because it does look, at night the game looks phenomenal. Even during the day, it's just indoors when you're using your lantern, just looks rough, and sometimes your armor can look a little pixelated indoors. It's something to do with their engine.
Geoff, I'll give you another example, like just to make when you get to, very much like Zelda, there's like Sky Island type stuff going on early that you figure out early on.
Abyss, yeah.
So that first area that the first door you go through, that's like got the books that are
yes,
like
the library.
I opened the door. could not see in the room at all.
Oh wow, really?
Could not see anything in the room. If I walked like as I got closer to the room, I would I would start to see the books. But like I didn't actually see the books until they had already started parting for me. So, but yeah, I opened the door and it was just pitch black. I couldn't see anything.
That is weird because that's like a pretty bright room, like with the windows and stuff. Yeah,
I don't know why the lighting is just really weird on. I don't know if that's a PS Pro thing or what, but it's
everything
just
to
crazy.
do with the lighting right now is a PS5 Pro thing that you're having. A buddy of mine has the exact same issue, but he did the 50 thing and he was fine.
Okay, I'll give it a shot. 50-51.
Yeah, it's 50 and
brightness,
51 for contrast, I think. Yeah,
I'll give it a shot.
But yeah, like the Abyss thing, you go up and so far the sky world part of it isn't as big as Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah,
not even close. It's more of like a little like just area. It's great for fast traveling early because you can just jump off and it does that whole Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom thing when you're falling, and it does it in real time. It does do a hidden load though, unlike the Zelda games where when you're about like a third of the way down, it kind of gets like tunnel visioned and you can tell it's loading in the higher res textures of everything, and then it comes back out and you're still falling to the ground. You can glide, you can fly, fly. You can't really fly, but you can glide. Your crow thing, yeah. I don't know, man. There's just so much cool shit you can do.
Yeah, it's very much like Tears of the Kingdom, where it's like it's essentially Link's glider because you're gliding and it takes stamina, and then as your stamina runs out, you let go and stamina comes back, and then you can do it again. So
yeah. To go back 20 minutes, when I was talking about how it's not hand-holdy, where it's not hand-holdy is things like that, like the puzzles. Sometimes you don't know if you have all the right tools to solve them.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas, with Breath of the Wild and Tears, you had all the tools in the tutorial area. So you knew no matter what, if you got to a puzzle, you could solve it. In this, I don't think that's really the case yet. And some of the puzzles are pretty obtuse. That I had one this morning, and I've only had like 2, I think, that I've got into the real world that weren't part of the main story that I could not figure out. And I was like, what the fuck? There's 3 turnstiles, all of them have levers, and you're turning the levers on both of them, and it's making this thing on a big wall turn different sections. The third one doesn't have the levers. There's broken levers right beside it. And I'm like, okay, well, game logic would teach me that I have to find one of these levers or pick one of these up and jam it in there and move it. So I'm thinking, is the game bugged because the beginning of the game didn't exactly instill trust that I expect the mechanic I want to work, and I'm trying to pick this thing, can't do it. I'm like, I don't know what, I'm banging my head, I'm like, I don't know. So I'm walking around, I'm going back to where I came from, like, no, that'd be terrible game design if they put the solution way over here. I'm going back to the puzzle, I'm just going to try to attack it a bunch of different ways. And I did a stab attack, which stab attack is R1 and triangle, and you hold it down and you do like a stabbing lungy stab attack thing. That's what you do, and your sword jams into it, and that becomes the lever. So at the same time, like, it makes sense, but like 40 years of game logic isn't going to make me think that's one of the things to do. At least in the first like 15 minutes. I just happened to do it because I was like, I'm just going to try every attack on here, and then if this doesn't work, I'm just going to walk away and come back later or something like that. But it was the solution. So I felt smart. I felt like it made sense, but it was also a little bit too obtuse, I think, for most gamers to kind of just go there immediately. Walking into waterfalls. What do you do when you see a waterfall in an open world game, guys?
Yeah, try and go underneath the waterfall. There's got to be a cave behind it, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. There is in this game, but you try to go into the waterfall, you get smacked and you get knocked back and you take a little bit of a health hit from it because the water's fallen.
That's fucked up. Weird.
How do you think you get into that waterfall?
You need an umbrella or something to divert the water.
No, it's the stabby attack, because when you do the stabby attack with your sword, the sword attack is cutting through the force of the waterfall and it carries you through to the other side of the waterfall, the cave. And that's where you find your loot.
So let's talk about physics. That's not how shit works.
No, but I can see where their mind was at, because in theory, okay, sure, your sword is cutting through the water, you're going through it. The good news is you know which waterfalls have loot behind them, which ones don't, because there'll be like a little rock structure kind of right before the waterfall, so you kind of know, so you're not going to be wasting your time. But things like that I could see getting kind of annoying. But on the other hand, this is what all those Zelda games were, and like even what all the Souls games were when they first came out. No one had a fucking, like, remember when Demon Souls came out, how divisive those were? Especially the first one. People either loved it or hated it because the community had to figure everything out. And then people fell in love with it. And I feel like that's what's happening here, because the Steam reviews went from really bad day one. Now they're sitting at like a 79% positive or something like that. Like, it's getting up there, because I think the more people are playing it, they're like, okay, this isn't like, it's not a hand-holdy game in terms of anything outside of how to do the quests. That shit, that's what you're worried about, don't worry about it. If you want to play through the story and the side quests, you don't have a problem. Like, you're gonna be fine. But finding out all the little nuances to the world, that is where it doesn't do any hand-holding at all. But if you like Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild, Skyrim even to some extent, I think you'll like this. Barring you can have the patience for the mechanics and the controls, which I think honestly is a little bit overblown in regards to the how many controls there are. The finickiness of them, no, that's 100%.
Yeah.
And they're fixing that slowly but surely. They seem to be fixing that. But yeah, the actual mechanics of them and how many, it's just like not much different than like a character action game. Like, who here knows every single combo there is in like Devil May Cry or Ninja Gaiden 2 or 4 or whatever? It's like, you don't, because there's so many different button combinations, and people stick to what they know. Like God of War, triangle, triangle, or square, 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 triangle. That's like the go-to combo. But yeah, man, I'm loving it. Chris, yeah, definitely give it a shot.
I will. I'll go back to it. It's just I think it's the how long it took to do simple things that was driving me crazy.
It does not respect your time at the beginning, for sure.
At all.
No.
So, but I do know that the next thing I'm going to get is the stab attack. Like,
yeah, definitely get that.
Write that one down. Like, that's going to be the next one.
I think that's one you actually have automatically from the beginning, from what I remember. I
have to go back and look. Because I feel like
look at the skill tree, because you'll have some skills that are already automatically unlocked, but the game doesn't tell you that.
Yeah.
When you look at the skill tree, it's like, do I have to unlock all this? When you see, oh no, wait, some of these are already unlocked. I can just level them up or what have you. But I just want to see it. Like, it just looks like it becomes a super power fantasy by like halfway through, and the enemies don't scale with you at all. So you'll just be wrecking things down. Yeah, you do. Definitely prioritize too is leveling up your equipment. And it's like, it's cool because if you find a armor set you like, you can just keep leveling it up. And I like when games do that, where it's like, you're not just constantly you're not screwed if you get to a harder area and you don't have like armor that is going to be more powerful than yours. You can just make your current armor more powerful.
Yeah,
nice. That's good.
Get stuck with the same armor though.
No, you don't have to.
You don't have to be, right? So
no, it's just an option. There's a shitload of armor in the game. There's like a lot. It's just stick with what
Jason's coming from Monster Hunter Land. He wants all the armors.
Yeah, you can still get all the armors.
Yeah,
just if you pop out one you like, and you can socket the armors how you want. Like, you can, when you beat a boss, you get their special weapon ability, and you can socket like 4 of those in one weapon, and you're fucking murking people left, right, and center. It's nuts. It is a great game. It is the best worst game. I don't know how to phrase it right now.
It certainly is a challenge for that first several hours. Like, a lot of design decisions that didn't make a lot of sense. A lot of, not understanding what they're trying to do story wise, because they don't really talk to you about it. They just say, go do this.
I think the story was all just like one of the last things they did.
Yeah, it might be,
and I'm fine with, because. Tears of the Kingdom I will say, like, got like 10s, and
some of the shit you can do in combat is really satisfying, man.
This combat is awesome, especially once you start really opening up some cool shit. It is really good. Yeah, you're doing some crazy finishers and a lot of contextual type finishers, depending on like what angle you're attacking the enemies at and stuff.
And like even early
satisfying.
on, you feel pretty badass. Like it's you can go toe to toe with like 3 or 4 guys, and it doesn't really take a lot. Like they give you a block, a parry, and a dodge right away, to use. And it all feels pretty good. It doesn't feel like there's like a ridiculously small frame count of when you need to actually hit your parry.
The parry window's pretty.
Yeah, the window feels pretty reasonable. And then they add in, like I was saying, like the first thing that I got was literally a dodge attack. So as I'm holding down R1, I just hit circle, and he launches himself backwards and does this like 360 sword move, and it just looks really fucking cool. Like it's very flashy. Like the combat's really flashy, and it's like, Jason, if you haven't seen it, go look up some of like just go up and do Crimson Desert hand to hand. Yeah.
Go lots of videos of the combat, and it looks great.
Yeah. If you look up the hand to hand stuff, like it's all crazy ass wrestling moves. It's like
that seems awesome.
Yeah, it's good. I think it's gonna be one of those games where like in a couple months, people are gonna be like, yeah, this is really good.
I have a feeling that probably not as extreme as a difference, but I feel like this might end up being almost like a No Man's Sky situation, where when it first came out, there was some people that were disappointed, but as they're focused on making sure the game is meeting expectations, like things get better and better and better and better. And then I have a feeling that this time next year, there's going to be a lot of people talking about it in a very positive light.
I don't even think it's going to take till next year.
Yeah, I get that.
Unlike No Man's Sky, this has the base game. Like everything that was promised is there. It's just the tightening up all the seams.
No Man's Sky had to work really hard to get there.
Yeah, they had to basically make an entire game.
Yeah.
So on top of what they released.
Well, I'm going to wait till then. I have not seen and not saying anything against what you've said so far, Geoff. I haven't heard much of anything that's like super enticing to me, other than the combat looks good. I haven't heard that it really feels that good. I'm interested in
I think the combat feels good. Yeah, I think it feels good.
But Chris, you told me like you're just holding down.
Yeah,
R1, right?
It's MMO style combat. That's what it is.
I prefer. Well, that doesn't appeal to me. So and then Geoff is actually just constantly pressing the button. I prefer something that's a little more timing based than that.
You want some character action in this game?
Yeah, I guess so. Like, that's what I kind of was advertised, I guess. But
aren't you Mr. Hard to impress?
From everything that I've read, I don't know. I'm interested in how you guys feel at hour 75. About that.
Well, if I make it at hour 75, I would say that's a success and a good game.
Yeah, I don't.
75.
It really depends on what they are putting together with the world, on whether or not I make it there. Because remember, like, I loved Skyrim, but I ended up getting 80 hours in and I never finished it, because it's just there's too much there. And that's the same thing with like the new Assassin's Creed games, right? So I have a feeling for me, it's going to end up like that. It's going to be this open world game that has just way too much stuff and it's overwhelming. And I have other games that I want to play, and that's probably what's going to happen. But if I get enough enjoyment out of, remember, I only put like 20 hours into Shadows, but I still liked it. I still loved it. I didn't get around to finishing it, but I'd have nothing but, good things to say about it overall. So,
I don't think the story's ever going to win people over in this. I think it
doesn't seem that way.
It's just going to be like Sky, and I don't care. Story is like it's gameplay over story, 100%. So, and that's what's carrying it for me, is strictly the gameplay and just the wonder of finding shit.
Yeah.
Like I said, Jason, if you like Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild, but with much better combat, you would like this. But if you don't like those games, then you wouldn't like this.
Right.
So I wouldn't listen to everything you're seeing online either, because I'm thinking a lot of those reviewer stuff, they didn't get past like the first like 5 hours. Like, I'm sure the reviewers probably did.
Oh, no, I read plenty that were like 80 to over 100 hours.
Wow.
Most of those reviewers, put in work.
They did. Some of them.
Yeah.
And some of them are turning around on it now already. Gene Park's already turning around after the patch. He's like, okay, this shit should have been out day one.
Yeah.
Which I can totally agree with. Like, they probably should have been. But yeah.
Okay.
But it's definitely not something I would say go and spend money on it to see if you like it. But I definitely would say it's one of those games you have to play to be able to say whether it's definitively a good game or bad to yourself. Because I really think it's, and I do believe this, that if this was a Zelda game or something, or a popular IP, it wouldn't have gotten like, it is a better, like, mechanically, it is a better game than Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild. Like, there's more to do. It's just, there's more of a story, even though there's not much story. The what?
Can you build stuff?
Well, Breath of the Wild then. You can't actually. Can you build stuff? I don't know.
I mean, you probably can. I don't know if it's gonna. Yeah,
fucking know. But that, like, those games have no story. This has more story than that. More options you can do in combat than those. More quests you can do. More like things you can do in the world. But for some reason, it's getting kind of like the shitty end of the stick, I guess, so to speak. But
I did the quest where it says my husband is an idiot and can't clean the chimney, and then he asks you.
Yeah, that's one of the first.
Or he's
ones,
lazy. Yeah. My husband's lazy and like guy falls off the roof. And the wife is like, "Stop faking it. Get up and clean the chimney."
And you don't even know why you're there.
Yeah, you don't even know why you're there. So, but like, there's some interesting moments already in just like the first 3-4 hours. So,
those are the interesting moments. It's Skyrim. The main story quest is going to be doo-doo probably the entire way through.
Yeah,
it's all the side stuff that's fun. That's basically it.
Yeah, I don't really have anything else to add either. But it's. I will get back to it, especially after the patch, because it sounds like it's a lot better, or it feels a lot better. So
definitely feels better for sure.
Cool. Good stuff.
Cool. I played some more of Homura Hime. Still really digging that game. You know, that's the Nier Automata / Bayonetta / I don't know, like arena fighter.
Yeah,
game.
That's the anime style one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, still really impressed with the voice acting and like the animation in particular, and just like the colors. Like I'm just so fucking, I don't know, devoid of color in a lot of games, and this is just like vibrant and fun. I like it, and the combat's getting a lot better too. For as like kind of mashy as it is sometimes, the more stuff that you unlock, the better it gets. Especially when they start throwing more and more. Kind of different style of attacks at you, not only are there, melee attacks, they've got range stuff, they've got unblockable attacks, and there's stuff that you can, only have to, parry. So when you're having, you get in a really good flow state, I guess. You get a really good, generous parry window. So you feel like a badass, and the parry feels so good because you hit it, and you like ping off of it, like you physically, deflect off their attack. It feels really good. And it just looks really cool.
Question about that. Like you're mentioning the parry and how that feels like, I know there's like almost like bullet hell-ish moments in this game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, can you parry the bullets too? Can you?
Some of them you can't. Yeah. You're meant to like go around those, I think.
Okay.
There's others that are, a certain color that you can't. But you also get, the Nier style, like bullet shooting thing.
Oh, okay.
Which is actually in the form of this, like a shrine maiden girl. And she just teleports herself into just being ahead. So that just flies around like a PSO mag, which is great.
Cool. All right.
But there's after you get like main enemies down to a certain amount of health, they become enraged and you can't do damage to them. So you have to get them in like this like parry situation. You parry them once, and then you go like the scene around the arena kind of changes a little bit, and you kind of zooms in a little bit, and you got to parry like 3 times in a row. And once you do that, you do like a cinematic where you've got to like hold different directions and shit. It looks awesome. It feels really good. But like that's as deep as the game goes, unfortunately.
What is this game called?
Homura Hime.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I was going to say spell that. I wanted to look it up quick. There's no way.
Homura, and then Hime, Hime.
For consoles, I think it's on Switch 2, and then
it's a pretty
PC.
game. Like style, it's very stylish. I think I think the first time we talked about this, I love where we are with this style of game, like because these games look like they're animes now, and I think that's fantastic.
Yep, and it's it's impressive for a small studio. So, but like I said, it's only kind of skin deep, I guess. The combat is really good, but the platforming and kind of getting from like battle to battle does not feel great. Like that feels really, really loose. And yeah, that's kind of a letdown, but yeah, they're just kind of means to the next battle, I guess. So trying to get it over with as soon as possible.
Gotcha.
But yeah, the game's fun.
Yeah, it's up there. It's at 85% on Steam. So good stuff.
I'll have to watch a trailer. Those screenshots I was looking at, I don't really know what I'm looking at. I don't even know if I have the right game pick pulled up, to be honest with you. I have no clue.
Does it look like a really colorful anime?
It does, kind of, yeah.
Here,
Okay.
I can
tell what type of game it is.
I can drop it in the chat if you want. And,
sure. I can just look up a trailer of it.
Yeah.
It's a lot of
just like
stills.
$25.
$25
on Steam.
Yeah.
So not a bad deal. I like the way that the levels are set up too. Like it just feels like an anime episode. Like you're getting kind of like a beginning, middle, and end for like each level, which is cool. So it's like a serial, I guess.
Yeah, I will probably get this at one point or another. It does look really fun.
And like every like fucking combo string that they advertise, in the shop, I'm like, I gotta get that. Oh, that looks cool. I gotta get that.
Are there a
single one where I'm like,
are there juggles?
What's that?
Are there juggles?
Yeah, damn right. And it's a hold the button, hold the heavy attack to like launch them up in the air, and you auto follow them up, and then
nice. Okay,
you get more combos up there. It's great.
Awesome. Good stuff.
What else we got?
I played some more Like a Dragon. Still enjoying that. It's a lot of fun. I did have a shitty moment though, because I apparently forgot to save at one point, and then when I loaded the game, I loaded my most recent manual save, and then it basically auto saved over my auto save that was further ahead. So I ended up losing. It probably wasn't that much time. It was the first my first time through. It would have probably been about an hour, but I just skipped all the dialogue, so it was more like 30 minutes. But that game is hilarious. Like every turn there's something new. Like found a bunch of fucking yakuza in diapers drinking formula. Yep. Like what? Right. What is this about? I don't know. What? And then they're good friends. And
don't kink shame, Chris.
And then they offer him formula.
You guys are invited to my party I'm having next week.
And then they offer you formula, and you get to choose whether or not you want formula. And if you drink the formula, you get like a skill boost. It's like, all right, cool, let's do this. So it's like start exploring new things. That's what this game's about. But yeah, it's really fun. I like the characters a lot. I like kind of the craziness that they're putting in. Some of the story is really interesting. Like they make the game very lighthearted and funny, but some of the story is like really heavy. Yeah. and like they do, I don't know how they do it. Like they do a really good job of balancing that out. So that game feels good. I'm going to keep playing. I think I like it a lot.
Those games don't like to play it down the middle. They do extremes on both ends.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, no doubt.
That's how they balance it.
Yeah. And then the other thing is, I did get a chance to stream again this week and got through the second dungeon in the original Shantae game. I'm gonna eventually cut those things up and post them, but man, it is not going well. I think 2 Renix was there the whole time, and I'm like, dude, you got some patience and stamina, because there was this one part where like trying to get from Scuttletown, like the starting town, to Oasis Town, which is essentially the third town overall, and where the second dungeon is located. I died so many times, man. It is because it's one of those things. Fall in a pit, you die. It's like fall in the water, you die. And if you lose all your lives and continue, it goes all the way back to your last save point, and they don't offer you a save point until you get to town. So even if you get through the first like stage, which had like all these Naga in it that were kicking my ass because they take like 10 hits to kill. Even if you get to the next area and you continue, you go all the way back to the town and you have to go through that area again. And it was rough. So I'm going to post that and you guys can come watch me suffer if you want, but I'll do clips of it too. I'll see if I can find something that'll pick out some clips, because there's a lot of instances of me going, oh fuck, not again, or something like that. It was rough. But I won't let it beat me. Like the original Shantae is the only one I haven't beaten, so I'm gonna beat it. I'm gonna beat it.
I believe in you.
I think what I am gonna do is like I have been trying to stay that I want to put all of the game time on stream, but I have a feeling that before I play on Wednesday, I'll probably jump in and do some grinding for money, because right now money is hard to come by if you're just playing. And I don't want to sit there and grind on stream. That sounds awful. So I'll probably jump in, do some grinding, find a pit full of snakes and just let the snakes keep coming out, and I'll just grind for cash. But yeah, I'll be doing it again on Wednesday. We're going to keep going. I've been having fun. 2 Renix, I appreciate him sticking around the whole damn stream. It was good having him to chat with, but
nice.
yeah. Please come join me.
It reminds me, Jason, did you send to the check that we're going to send him?
Oh yeah.
Really.
Working on it.
Yeah, appreciate that. Appreciate that. Looking out for me. Appreciate it. But yeah, that's it. So is that all the games? Jason, Geoff, anything else?
I played a little bit of Mini Shoot, but not enough to really. It seems like Zelda.
I still need to get that. Yeah, I still need to get that. But I think it's on sale on Steam right now, so maybe I will.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
Probably is. It just
I'm
came out from something else.
I'm trying not to buy anything right now until I find a job. So
you can wish list it. Add it to your giant wish list.
It's on my giant wish list already, Joe. To be fair, my wish list on Steam is only like 50 games, so it's not that bad.
Only?
And like half of them are on sale right now. It's like, fuck.
I get overwhelmed when I have like 10 on my wish list on like consoles. I'm like, I gotta trim this down.
Let me see. How many games are on my wish list right now? 60 games. Sorry, 60 games.
Holy man.
But like, I've got most of them are things that you guys had me add, that I added because of you. So I'll probably
should be at the top of the list on your wish list.
You'll never guess how many I have. 153.
I was going to say 160. I was going to say 160. So
Jesus.
Yeah.
Granted, this is some of Griffin's stuff as well, like Stranger Things VR. Like I don't want that, but yeah, I've definitely gotten the habit of just like, oh, that looks interesting. The early access, no, not yet. I'll wish list it. So
yeah, and I'll wait. Like if I see something on like a tremendous sale, I'll be like, this is only like $4. All right, cool. Mm-hmm. I'll buy it for $4. Right now, there's a Metroidvania out that's called Processors Possessors.
Yeah,
Possessors.
I've talked about that.
Yeah, you have, and you're the one that got me to add it, and it's 75% off right now. And the only reason I haven't bought it yet is because I want to make sure I have a job first.
Yeah,
I know, like it's less than $5, so it's like it's not that big of a deal. But I'm just trying to be responsible. I don't want to fall into the traps,
Mm-hmm.
But
there's lots of them out there, believe me.
Yeah. Good stuff. Let's talk some news. What do we got, Geoff?
Sure. Did you guys happen to know that NVIDIA showed off their new DLSS technology?
I've been waiting, man. I'm so sick of DLSS1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
So what if they told you there's a 5?
I'd be like, what is it going to improve? Like frame rate? They're already doubling and tripling, and like they're up to 6 times like fake frames. How many more can they give us?
That it actually is revolutionary for graphics, for fidelity, for
that's better than frame rate.
The realism that this will bring your games on PC for now.
I would say, how's it doing it, Geoff?
Yeah.
Well, Chris, thanks for asking.
Is it not ray tracing? Is it spiral processing or something? Is it what is the new thing?
Okay, so good. Have you guys heard of Snapchat?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know how like sometimes you can get like these like filters and stuff, and it puts like an AI filter over your video.
Yeah, I got one once where I looked like a bunny. It was cute.
Yeah. Well, They can do that now with video games, where they will
No
take
way.
a video game and they basically reconstruct what that'll look like visually. And they put some examples out here.
Yeah.
They put an example of Resident Evil, Requiem. I think they had some Starfield on there.
Yep.
It's hard to go over this with it being visual, or because we don't have it to show the people. I'm sure people have seen it. And we've all seen it. We can be honest. What do you guys think of this stuff?
So just to sum up, like essentially what they're doing is they're, like you said, they're adding a Snapchat filter kind of to it's like a 2D treatment to a 3D image. The way that they, like tried to sell it is, that it's actually affecting, the 3D
lighting.
models and such. They're fucking not, right? So they're just adding a filter for the most part. And what sucks is that it's completely changing the way that like characters look, right? At first glance, it's like, oh, the background looks a little better lit. That's weird. Okay. I can see more details. But then like one of the first examples that they showed was Grace from Resident Evil. And it went from her face.
She looks completely different.
The filter and she's fucking, everybody's calling it yassified, right? She looks
100%.
like it added makeup and shit. It fucking, like it changed her hair to like showing roots, like she had been dyeing her hair or something like that. It's that's not even fucking what the. This is bad.
Yeah,
it was really bad.
I don't like what it did to the characters for sure.
Yeah.
I think what it was doing to backgrounds and things like that in some cases was okay. Like I never realized how flat Starfield looked until I saw some of that shit in motion. So like if they're doing it to improve lighting and things like that, I don't have much problem with that. Once you start changing the artistic value of what the creators have given, that's when I'm a little concerned. So like the shit that they show with Resident Evil, I'm not interested in that. But if you're gonna actually put like, if you're going to use this technology to make lighting look better and to make backgrounds look better and to make the world look more alive, that I'm okay with. But it is something that I think you need to give full control. And from what I understand, they are giving full control to the developers for this. But you need to, like, the developers need to have an easy way to say what is possible with this tech, because I don't see any developers saying, oh yeah, you can just go in there and apply filters to all of our characters. Yeah. I don't see that happening.
I think NVIDIA first said that, they had the full, confidence of the creators involved, right? Like all the games that they showed signed off by Capcom and whatnot. And I guess that was a lie. So,
yeah.
But I also hear that like, they're not going to get like the really like minute controls that they would need for something to completely cut it out of certain things. Like it's not exactly like an all or nothing thing, but it might not be as granular as one would hope. But
I also am concerned that this tech will cause more job loss in the industry.
Yeah.
Because why put all this effort into making, backgrounds and stuff like that look good when you can just apply this filter and let it and do it. So that's another thing I'm concerned about. Like AI
for characters too, right?
Yeah. AI has had such a huge negative impact on technology employees like me. I just don't want to see that shit happen in the gaming industry. They already have enough layoffs happening. Like we don't need another reason to have more people get laid off. So that's another big concern that I have with this whole thing.
Yeah, that's totally warranted. And it worries me as well.
It'll probably be expensive. Right now, it's running on two 5090s or something like that.
Yeah,
they
did say it would run on one without any problems, but
when it releases,
yeah.
But who knows how much that chip's going to.
But again, well, first of all, 5090s are already expensive, now they're like doubly expensive because they're basically not making new graphics cards because they're giving them all to run this kind of AI shit. So, you know, hey, here's this new technology that no one's going to get to use because we're not even selling our graphics cards anymore.
Yeah.
You know? So.
Fuck, this is depressing. It sucks.
Yeah. PC gaming is in deep shit right now, man. I hate to say it.
Just gotta trust the developers that they'll use it for good.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. They're Megacorps are always.
Yeah. Yeah. The bigger corporations, I don't expect to.
I think that's why, like, there's such a lens on independent and smaller developers now that's where all the good games are coming from. But I don't think
they're out of the water either, because it makes their job a lot easier. Like, if you're an independent developer and you're like, I can do this a lot quicker and get my game out quicker, they're going to be using it too.
You see it a lot with, like dialogue and shit, like voiceovers, voicing characters. True. A lot of indie developers use that for that.
Yeah. Oh, Crimson Desert got nailed for using AI and their
AI
game
for like paintings.
Yeah, they had some paintings that were like, they were pretty bad. When you were like, at me, like, holy crap, that horse has like 6 legs. Like, wow.
It's like, maybe that's an artistic choice. No, it's fine. That's AI.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Fun.
I'm really hoping that this whole AI thing is just a bubble and it's going to burst, but I don't know.
We will find out.
I'm afraid of what happens after that bubble burst because there's so much money in it.
And that's the thing.
Where are they going to recoup that money?
That's the well, they're going to turn around and start selling graphics cards and memory to us again. But it's what I find as a problem is if you think about, and I don't know, we might have had this conversation before, but when it comes to AI, how many people do you feel like have adopted using AI right now? The like percentage of the world. I mean,
just general people or like corporations?
People. No, in general people, like just general people. Like
a lot. Yeah. And
I don't think it's more than like 20 to 25%.
I think it's way more than that.
I don't. And that's the thing. It's like they're already complaining about not having memory, not having graphics cards, not having power, right? As more people start using AI for things, it's just going to get worse and worse and worse. And I don't think we're going to have the capacity to handle it. And that's what I think is going to cause it to burst. That's what I'm hoping. I don't know. We'll see. We will see.
I know a lot of people who use it for work. Like
I do too. Like they are fucking requiring it now. Like they track people using AI tools to help develop code right now.
Right.
And I use it every day because of Google now automatically just puts
because Gemini throws it out there.
Yeah.
Which actually I find it great, especially for game related stuff. Like if I need to find out something with a game, it's usually pretty good.
I second guess that shit all the time.
I do too. Second guess it for sure.
Because AI tends to hallucinate a lot. Like there's a lot of and it makes assumptions. Like unless you specifically tell it, don't make assumptions, it's gonna make assumptions to answer your question. So
how do you know if you tell it not to make an assumption, it's not making an assumption?
I don't know. How do we know that it's not going to turn into Skynet and they're going to kill us all?
I was just going to say Skynet's going to happen. So get ready. So we should all start loving our AI big brother. So
that's me. I say please and thank you to the goddamn thing. So
exactly. Speaking of AI and corporations that love it, Xbox has announced a Xbox partner preview this March 26th, where they're going to show off some of their third-party stuff and things of that nature. So that is on at 10 a.m. Western time, I believe.
Okay.
Don't have my glasses, and I didn't pull it up on my thing here.
All right. Check that out.
Yeah, I'll check that out midday. Nintendo added a boost mode for their handheld Switch 1 games.
Sick.
So if you have a Switch 2 and you're running your Switch 1 games on it, if you're in handheld mode, it outputs the visual and the power and whatever it would do normally on docked mode on a Switch 1 game.
Okay, good.
Now on handheld mode.
That's good.
I have not had a chance to test it out yet. Have either of you guys? I'm assuming Chris is a no. Jason, have you tested that out at all?
Yeah, I tried it with Monster Hunter, I think. And then
which one? Rise?
Rise. Yeah. Yeah. It looks fantastic.
Nice. Excellent.
I'm sure it would, yeah, because then it's now outputting it at 1080, but also on the small screen that's 1080. So I can see that being pretty good, pretty decent.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's why I would like normally just play a dock, because I know that that's the best way to do it, right? That like I'm going to get the best frame rate out of it. But now I'm like, oh, okay, maybe I will play this handheld. Hey.
Yeah. Give it a shot.
Battery will not be as good.
Oh yeah, it does.
To an already not great battery, but all right.
Yeah, it's already pretty shit, but it sucks it more apparently.
Yeah, that's all right.
Starfield. I can't remember if we talked about this last week. I don't think we did because I don't remember when this was announced. Was the Starfield announcement announced? The new expand DLC that's coming out with the big update, and then the PS5 version was officially announced coming out April. I want to say 7th.
I'm not sure.
Well, that happened. So it's coming out April 7th, I believe, on PS5. It's going to be a new expansion. Not really an expansion. They're calling it just a DLC, like quest line kind of thing. $10 regular, free if you have the premium edition. It's launching at $49.99. So it's getting a price cut on launch day, basically. So that's what it's going to launch on PS4 for, PS5. And they're doing like a big update, which they're calling the something lanes update. Terrible at this because I'm not looking at this at the time of recording. So they added some things like you can now fly the ship freely around planets and things like that. They're adding another vehicle to drive around, other quality of life type stuff, things like that. It's not going to change the game from a pure mechanical standpoint. It's not going to be like a cyberpunk to cyberpunk when they released Phantom Liberty and they had that huge like revamp of like mechanics and stuff like that. It's not going to be that. Some people thought for some reason it was going to be that, but it's not. So if you didn't like Starfield, you probably still won't like Starfield, but it'll just be an improved version of what people have been playing already. Or if you're on PS5, you're going to get the best possible version at the time. So there's that. And that is it. We already kind of talked about the Crimson Desert patch stuff.
Yeah, we did. I do have one more.
Do you? Go for it.
Just because you kind of reminded me of it. Have you guys heard of the III initiative?
No.
Yeah, like an indie.
Yeah. It's essentially a back-to-back trailers for 45 minutes for a bunch of indie games. That's put on by the organizers, Evil Empire, who is the same people that are doing Castlevania Belmont's Curse. So Castlevania Belmont's Curse is apparently going to be there as a part of one of the trailers.
Okay.
I'm really hoping that they're going to give us, because they said 2026, so I'm really hoping that they're going to give us a date. And I think we've already seen like some places listing it for pre-order with a price.
I think it is on pre-order now.
Yeah, so I think Best Buy has a pre-order for like $40 or something like that. I'm going to actually look it up real quick.
When releasing December 31st.
Yeah, it doesn't have an actual release date. So, but yeah, I'm hoping that we're going to see a little bit more. Right now, it's set for $40 at Best Buy. But that's April 9th at 9 a.m. Pacific, so noon Eastern. And they say the broadcast will feature over 45 minutes of back-to-back announcements with zero fluff. Nice. Including 8 world premieres, gameplay reveals, and release dates. And Castlevania is one of the things listed. So I'm ready.
I'll watch that for sure.
I'm ready. But that's it. Yeah.
Cool.
Speaking of like showcases like that, there was one for PC games called Computer Worlds like a week or two ago.
Is that the Future Games show? Is that what that was? Or a different one?
No, I don't think so. But this was like co-sponsored by NoClip, Danny O'Dwyer's channel. Well, he's got other team members, of course, but it was just like back-to-back, no fluff as well, but all weird fucking like indie games. There's some like
that's okay,
really
man.
strange shit, but it was cool. It was like I was enthralled with everything that they were showing.
Nice.
I couldn't make heads or tails of most of it, but it was really neat looking. Yeah, it's fun kind of peeking into that side of indie game making every once in a while. There's some weird shit out there. I love it.
Good stuff. Anything else, guys? I feel like that might be a show.
I think that is it.
Awesome. Good stuff. Thank you, guys. Thank you all for listening. Hope you enjoyed the show. If you did, please tell a few friends about us. If you're on YouTube, please like, subscribe, and comment. All of those things help us out a lot with the algorithm. So help us with the algorithm. We'd appreciate that. Check us out at interactivedistractions.com. From there, you can hit our Discord, come chat about games with us. And if you want to support what we do, it'll lead you to our Patreon. And we have Patreon memberships of $1 and $3 a month. So we're just trying to keep the lights on. But I think that's it. So until next time, my name is Chris.
I'm Jason.
And I'm Geoff.
Play your games, and we'll talk to you next time.